Now, I'm no means a gamer, but I think I am pretty good at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so today I'm going to be ranking every single track that came out on the original version of 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. I will not be ranking the DLC, that'll be for a different day, because I don't want to do this for like 8 hours straight. Okay, let's get this set up. Versus battle. Ooh. Should I change my character throughout? You know, since Paulina's out, I'm probably gonna main Pauline for like forever. She's too cute. I'm gonna do 200cc because I'm speedrunning. Let's do random courses. I tried to do courses in order just to like test it out, but they don't play in order, so it's like kind of dumb, so I'll just do random. All 48 tracks. Wait, surely it won't like randomly pick the DLC ones, right? Get your timers on. Let's begin. Wait, it is doing DLC. This is so dumb. Get me out of here. Get me out. In order, surely this will work. Oh, so you guys want to see the tier list? Bang, I made it myself. Look at that. The way that I have things ranked, we have S tier, best of all time, A, very good, B, decent, C, meh, D, the absolute worst. So my personal rules for S and D rank is that I can only put like max 3 in them. Now, let's begin. Mario Kart Stadium, a classic. I definitely think one of like the most boring tracks though. Like every single iteration of Mario Kart Stadium is just mid. It's for babies. But as a starter track, it is pretty nice, yeah. Like there's never too complex lines. Like the turns are always super wide. This is good if you're like learning the basic controls, which did take me a while to learn, because I initially played Mario Kart for the first time ever on the Wii, so I only did toe controls. So going from the Wii to the Switch and having to use the joystick was mind-boggling. But now that I've been playing the Switch version for so long, I tried the Wii version about a year ago, and I literally can't play with toe controls anymore. I don't know how little like 10-year-old me did it. I don't think there's anything that I like hate in this track. I know I should be going for this right line. I never go for those boost pads just because I go too fast and I get scared. Mario Kart Stadium, out of my memory, out of all of the Mario Kart Stadiums, I think this is one of like the more better ones. So I would agree. I would put B, it's decent, it's alright. Water Park, this was one of my favorites of like all time until the DLC came out. Now I know we're not ranking the DLC today, but this will drastically impact my overall rating now that all the DLC is completely out. I never used to go for this left path, mainly because like I thought the line was shorter, but getting those coins at the beginning is so important. I used to hate that S-shaped line, and I used to hate this track because of it, but ever since I started using an inside drift bike, like, it's really fun. Anything that has super sharp turns, I'm kind of biased towards. I don't like this map because of the missed potential. How else can this map be better? I think it's pretty good. The only annoying part is the carousel at the end. I hate hitting it. Ooh, all 3, easy. Okay, I've never had that happen. Hitting the center thing? Okay, not gonna lie. I think getting the purple drift in that one section makes this track worth it. Water Park? I think it's pretty good. I like it still. Another reason why I love this track is because there was this one meme compilation I saw years ago, and it was a clip of people playing this track mirror mode, and literally all the players ran into the wall at the very start. So whenever I play this level, I just chuckle inside my head thinking about that clip. Water Park, honestly, bottom for me. You know what, Gio? You have no timeouts in my chat, and it looks like you're gonna get one soon for that opinion. No joke. Sweet, sweet canyon. I love me some candy. I definitely think this track is one of the most visually interesting. And not because it's food, before anybody says anything, not because it's food. I just like how colorful it is. I don't really like this cannon part. I feel like it's out of... I feel like this cannon is out of place. Also, I don't know why the coins are on the outer edge. I usually go for a tighter one. And for this section, I always go to the right. I don't know why. Even though I think they're the same line, but mirrored. So even when I play this level mirrored, I still go like on the left track, so it's the same like bird's eye view line. I also think the detail of like the tiny white speckles for like powdered sugar in there is cute. Oh, I also used to follow that part of the track every single time until I got an inside drift bike. Everybody gives me slack, but you know what? It works for me. Don't you dare throw it. Easy. Sweet Sweet Canyon? I think it's better than Water Park. In comparison to like Sweet Sweet Canyon, I think Water Park is decent. I need to consider the overall composition. So like the environments, like how you actually move on the track, line-wise, how fun it is. I'm bumping Water Park down. I lied. Swamp Ruins. Was this on another console? I can't remember. Wait, there's a rainbow gauge. Now, I'm only going to show this at the start just because it's here. I never know that ramp was there until I saw, like, pro people play it. How are you supposed to find that ramp? Because a lot of skips in 8 Deluxe are, like, pretty clear. But I remember when I saw that skip, at the very start, my mind was blown. Another S-shaped turn? Okay, I think 3 out of the 4 tracks in this pre had some type of S-shaped turn. I never go for the side path. I don't like going straight. Hashtag pride. And then I always go left. I'm just woke. There are 2 hidden skips. There's the second one. Okay. I usually don't go for it because I get scared. I don't go straight. I go gay. Yes, sir. Okay, I didn't mean to go down the center path. It's not as fun. I don't like the tracks where you just go straight. I love turning. You know, it gives my fingers something to do. And it's like practice for later. Ladies? I'm kind of at a point to where I can play Mario Kart and not be dialed in. I have most of the lines memorized in a lot of the earlier tracks. So I think that's kind of why I'm ranking the first few, like, fairly decent or kind of high. Swamp Ruins? I love how there's so many different paths. I think it's definitely one of the more fun tracks. It's not the most visually interesting because there's not a lot of color changes or differentials in the background. But I think it's a very fun track. I think it's very good. The zero gravity tracks look so scary in the B-roll footage. It looks like a kid drew a roller coaster and then they just made it. I do wonder what it would be like to drive on these tracks IRL, the anti-gravity ones where you're just like upside down sideways. I think this is one of my more favorite Mario Circuit tracks. Just because the first line at the start. This track definitely feels really short. It's basically just turn after turn. There's not much like straight sections beside here. What is going on? This is the only like straight shot section. Otherwise you're drifting the whole time. I cannot knock it first. Oh my god. I never used to go for these ramps because I'd be too scared of going fast, but I'm like confident now. Visually, I think this is one of my more favorite tracks. I love green personally. I'm actually wearing green today. That was not planned. The upside down castle. You can see the little toad environments there. No! Did I hit him in the air? No way. We're watching that back. The ink is blocking it. I throw the bubble. Wait, I see it. Zoom in. The bubble doesn't hit him. It hits the railing. But then Link gets hit in the crossfire. You know what? I'll count that as a dub. I sniped him. Okay, that insane trick will not affect my ranking. Mario Circuit? I would like a bit more variety in the actual, like, track lines. Because a lot of it is just turning. It's very engaging, which is good, but I want to be able to like cruise a little bit. I would say it's decent. Still a fun track, but I like some of the tracks more than this one. Wait, did I see the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, oh my god, I never noticed that. There's a peach. Holding a star and a fire flower. I legitimately never noticed that. Probably because I skipped through the B-roll. I never go for the leftmost path. Because similar issue, the ramp to get on is kind of skinny. I'll try it next lap though. A thing that I've come to realize is that since I'm playing these tracks in 200cc, I do not have a lot of time to like take in the environment. That's the thing I love and hate about 200cc, is that yes, it's quick play, but you do have to be very focused. Yeah, I'll go for it. Yo! Dang it. This track kind of plays like a lot of the newer DLC city tracks, to where the buildings, you can't really see what the terrain ahead is going to look like. But I don't hate it like I do the modern city tracks. Mainly because I think this one was on a different console before. Wait a minute! I thought I was gonna for sure fall off. Here, I'll go for the left path for the fans. This path, it reminds me of Excitebike. It's not fun. Why'd I fall off there? It's so dumb. Okay, people say that going this way is faster, but I don't think so. I think it's a scam. It's a fraud. Still got first. Okay, I did not play well at all that track. Toad Harbor. I didn't even go on the upper path in the very beginning where you can like jump on the canopies. I just realized. I usually don't go for that path. I know it's faster, but it's too risky. Anytime I try and go that way, I always get bumped off and then I get mad. Wait, I feel like I'm gonna put every single track in like A or B. I just love Mario Kart. I think Toad Harbor is very good. I love the music, the environment is fun. The only thing I don't like about the environment is that it is very hard to see ahead, so you kind of like have to memorize the track in order to be good at it, in my opinion. For some reason, I would always mix this track with Bowser's Castle just because of the gate at the beginning. For the longest time, I didn't know you could trick on those carpets. Also, why is there dirt in the castle? Kind of gross, IMO. Okay, this. Love that line. I always try and go for the upper path now, because it's like slightly faster. But it is a lot more difficult to get the upper path when you're doing 200cc. I was always curious why part of the mansion is like underwater. It makes no sense to me. But I guess a flooded basement is really scary. Nice try. Okay, I'll just show this line. This was another skip that I didn't realize was there for a long time. I think it's because that is one of the more well-hidden skips. Because if you don't look at that sidewall, you just assume it's a wall. You don't necessarily see the whole layer. Twisted Mansion? I used to genuinely hate this track. I think it's like the final section where after you're on the parachute, and then you have to go on the step section, and then the final turn with the knights. I always hated that part, but once I memorized the line, I got a bit better at it. I think this track is decent. It's always like super forgettable to me, in my opinion. It doesn't stand out. Call me biased, but I love Shy Guy Falls. It's definitely one of my favorites. But it's also one that I don't remember unless I see it. Like, I usually don't name it off, but whenever I play it, I love it so much. Ignore that. This first line, I think is like one of the meanest in all of Mario Kart. It's genuinely so difficult. The little Shy Guy sounds are so cute. I know! I love seeing the fruits of their labor. Hopefully they're getting paid. Okay, I'll make it this time. Ooh, there we go! Easy! Making that turn is such a confidence boost in my opinion. The water section is just fun. Dude, I love this track. That, I swear to God, was not scripted. The upper path, I don't know how much faster it is. It's just like kind of cool to be in here. I know there's a skip on the right. That was another one I didn't realize for a long time. I might try it. I usually never go for it because the path is a bit too skinny. Okay, I'm gonna try the skip. Actually, what? Guys! What happened? Shy Guy Falls? Call me biased? I think it's... Wait, I can only choose 3 for best of all time, though. Ooh. I really like it. If I find 3 more that I like more than Shy Guy Falls, I'll bump it down, but I think genuinely Shy Guy Falls is so much fun. There's so much different terrain. There's dirt. There's wooden planks. You're on water. There's flying, and when you fly, you can take a different path. I think this is one of the most interesting tracks, and most dynamic, and most fun. And I like Shy Guy. I love Sunshine Airport. I love this track so much. You know what I'm now realizing? A lot of the tracks that I really like were on the Wii. Nostalgia is so important. And that's why advertisers target kids the most. Because then they're the most impressionable. I love how difficult this track is. Because whenever I can make the lines, I feel really good. Ooh, yes sir, 3 coins! Oh my god, 8 coins already, I'm cracked. Going for the skip? Okay, that was, I think, one of my better times ever racing this track. This track feels simultaneously long, but also short. I also like how no section of this map, it overlaps over itself. Okay, I made it on the top almost every time. I know there's a skip on the grass path on the left side there. I don't go for it because you need a mushroom. Sunshine Airport is up there. You know, I've had multiple families work for the airlines, so you know it's in my genes to like the airport. I know for another track I critiqued earlier, I said I don't like when it's just like constant turns. But this one had a few more cruise sections. I think the beginning is the most difficult. Wait, I think that's why I like it so much. Because like the first third, very complex lines, very inside joke heavy. The middle, you're just coasting. It gradually gets easier as you complete a lap. So that way when you loop again, you have to be dialed back in. It's like gambling. Oh no. Next race. I'll say it, I don't like this one. I'm gonna race with like an open mind though. I'm not gonna like be too biased. I do really like the music. The music is top tier. This part right here makes me genuinely so mad. Oh my god, I lived. Like, the way you can jump in the water is so unpredictable. Right here, the trumpets, oh my god, so good. Okay, someone told me I could just coast and fly like that. That way I can just skip this whole final S-shaped line. And you know what? That has literally changed my life for the better. One of the main reasons why I don't hate this track anymore. I think going for this right path is a little bit easier. Because I think the pipes in the center are a bit too unpredictable. I'm gonna go for the left. Okay, I've never ever gone that way, and I think that way was kind of dumb. I guess I gotta stay to the far right. I'm gonna try without coasting. Because you go a bit too fast. I always overshoot. I think it's because when I play, I have auto accelerate turned on. I don't do press to accelerate. So it does make it a bit more difficult. I'd rather brake than accelerate. But I think just coasting over the finish line is the way to go. After playing Dolphin Shoals with an open mind, I like it a bit more. I don't want to say it's meh. Rubric Rise, this is a good track. I have too much trauma. My first meh of the day. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Electrodome. I used to love this track so much, but now I kind of hate it. I don't know why I hate it. I think it's this line. It's like too long to hold a drift. It's similar to the one line in Water Park, but it's like not as fun. Sometimes when I do this part, like seeing the track above me makes me kind of queasy, like unironically. Little trick, bump on this to get a little boost. I always go down the left path, I never go right. This is one of the few times where right is not right. Electrodome. Electrodome used to be one of my favorites, but like after seeing all the Mario Kart tracks, I think this one is kind of boring. Visually it's interesting, but overall, the lines are too complex. The turns are a bit wide, and I think it kind of has to be that way because of the anti-gravity mechanic. I don't think there's many tracks to where there's anti-gravity and then like really complex turns. Electrodome is meh. I'm sorry, cancel me. Mount Wario. I have thoughts about this track. Oh wait, where are we dropping, boys? I think the music in this track is amazing. I am a big fan of non-looping tracks that are like fully linear. Okay, go for the skip. Yo! I think my least favorite part is this part. This part seems kind of silly. Like, why are we like underground? I don't want to get lung cancer from the mold. The tree, you literally cannot see ahead. It is very scary. Oh my god! I found like a better line to go through this tree section and I missed. Oh my god, all my adoring fans! This most difficult part of the whole track. Literally everybody runs into a wall there. But you know what? I didn't. But I did mess up the trees. No, why are you doing this to me now? It'll never catch up. Come on! I used to hate Mount Wario exclusively because of the tree section. And yes, I did fumble that part today. You have to stay to the left because there's less foliage on the left from what I've noticed. Mount Wario is a very good track. I think it's fun, varied terrain. The music is very good. I really like it. I don't understand why there's like ships in the sky. Like creatively, I don't get why this is canon. Like maybe this is us infiltrating like Bowser's ship or something? I think this is a track that I always forget about, but I always enjoy playing. Besides this part, the lightning bolts are BS. Because the indicator that the lightning is gonna strike doesn't spawn soon enough. Oh my god, I made it! I never make that skip, I'm correct. Okay, that skip is a lot easier than I remember. I usually just never go for it, but it's not too bad. I don't get why there's these like trampolines. Wait, I think this is Bowser's base, because it had Bowser's face on it. That just clicked. And I've been playing this game for how long? I always thought it was like Jack and the Beanstalk, but we're just in Bowser's base. Who knew? Cloud Top Cruise? I used to not like it because of the one ship section. We have to like do the roundabout section. That part was very difficult, but once you have an inside drift, it became a lot easier for me. I would say meh. The lines are kind of fun. The lightning bolt section isn't fun at all, but everything else is really good. I would say it's decent. I hate this track. I don't think anything can change my mind. I don't like this track at all. I used to be so bad at this part, but now I'm like kind of good. Okay, I think the best way to get past this line is to just hold a single drift and go for the outer paths. Surprisingly, it didn't fall off. This track is difficult for no reason. Dude, I know. Also, it makes no sense that like that final section is sand, but you go the same speed. I know it's called Dry Ruins, just make the whole track sand. Similar to how I have ice levels in like the platformer Marios, just like make this all dirt and see how people can race on it. I think that'd be interesting. The strat is you hold inner path, outer path, and then you go here. I think that's the best line you can make. That's like the safest. Dude, I think it's been literally years since I got into that upper path. The main reason why I don't like this track is because like visually everything is too similar. Like everything is this reddish orange. It's very difficult to like see ahead when there's no like visual indicator of what is path and what is not. Also, those dry bones at the end always screw me. And not like in the fun way. Nothing can redeem it for me. I think it's the worst. I genuinely hate it. I'm not gonna say anything else. It's so bad. Bowser's Castle. I love the Bowser levels. And the gate opening at the start, iconic. I do wish the Bowser statue at the start just pointed you in the wrong direction. I think that'd be funny. Okay, you have to hit one of those projectiles. It's a given. Dude, this track is so fun. The lasers! I love the tracks where they add something different every lap. I remember my first few times playing this, I would always forget the lasers would be at the start, so it would get me every single time. 2 blue shells? What is this madness? I know I'm good, but like, give me a chance. Jeez. I try to go for the upper path, just so I can get the trick at the end. I don't know if it's necessarily faster. Don't quote me on that. I think this track was made for inside drift builds. Oh my god! That was the Peacein skip, everybody. I used to be genuinely like horrible at this track, but now that I have most of the lines memorized, I really like it. If you would have asked me like 3 years ago what I thought about Bowser's Castle, I would say meh. I think it's really good. You can't really predict like what's gonna happen next in the track, so I think it's definitely one of the harder ones to memorize because there's so many like different like obstacles you have to avoid. The spiked ball and then the fireballs. You can't necessarily time those, so that is like purely reaction based. I think that mechanic is annoying but also really fun. So I think Bowser's Castle is very good. Rainbow Road. I love how you can see the track like overlapping up ahead. It's so much like the cars you'd play with when you're little. Oh no, I said this earlier, but like that turn if you mess it up, it like affects your whole outlook and mood for the rest of the race. Because if I flub that turn in the first lap, I'm just sad. I'm sad. Watch this. Wait! That's not how you're supposed to do the skip. Get boomed. Dude, am I cursed to never do this turn properly? I think this section is like the most boring part of the track, but it also gives you a moment to like calm down. Because otherwise the rest of the lines in the track are very difficult. Yeah, I like to go for the inner path mainly because like less people go on it, from what I've noticed when playing online. Okay, watch this. No! I promise I can do it! I think in order to go on the boost path, you have to like not accelerate at all. I don't know why I just ran off like that. That was not intentional, I promise. Rainbow Road! I think it's very good. Out of all the Rainbow Roads, I think this is the one where you do have to be the most dialed in. It's not too hard on the eyes. Visually, it's really fun. I like it. I think it's similar to Sunshine Airport in the sense of like, the beginning and the end are very difficult, and then the center part you just cruise. Moo Moo Meadows, classic. For the longest time, I thought this was one of the more boring tracks because it's very flat. You know, like just like any old Midwestern town. But the lines are actually like kind of difficult. The lap is also very short. I do think the cows are easier to avoid in the Switch version. Well, oh my god, I'm lapping one of the computers. Get good, scrub. Okay, I'm gonna try to go for the right path. I missed it. I lied. Moo Moo Meadows? I think I might have nostalgia, like, bias. Objectively, I think it's a meh track. It's very short. It's very flat. The only way to get ahead is if you're able to trick in that final section. That way you get a few extra boosts. But because of my nostalgia bias, I'll say it's decent. It's kind of forgettable in my opinion. Like, it's still very fun to play, but like not objectively good compared to the other tracks. I'm going into this with a bias. I think this is one of my least favorite Mario Circuit tracks. I don't know why. Line-wise, it's very similar to like the first Mario Circuit track. I think it's this part here with the oil spills. They get me so mad because I will do everything in my power to avoid them. But then I get rammed and then I skid and I slide. Mario Circuit? I don't like it. It's boring. And the oil slicks make me really mad. Cheap, cheap beach. I love this track. I don't know why there's like a parachute here. It seems kind of out of place. Also, I always go under the water here. I don't think it's like any faster, I just like it. I like to get a little cool down. The bike gets hot. I think a big reason why I like this track is because there's so much change in terrain. There's dirt, there's sand, you can possibly go underwater. The music is fun visually. It's colorful. I'm at the beach. I feel like I'm on vacation. I definitely think this track is very simple. But this is one of my better tracks. Like if I get this one in online, I usually do pretty decent. If you like genuinely stay on the sand for this part, you're just wasting your time. Just go underwater. And the ramps at the end, they're just fun. Cheap Cheap Beach. I really like Cheap Cheap Beach. But objectively, I don't think it's a very good track. A lot of people hate Cheap Cheap Beach, and I'm not gonna say they're influencing my ranking, but I get why people don't like it. But I personally love it, so you know what? Screw them. I'm putting it in very good. Toad's Turnpike, more like Loads Learnpike. I hate this track. Any track that has cars is an immediate L for me. It may not necessarily be faster, but I always go for the right path just so like I don't hit any cars. You know, I'm traumatized. I've gotten in 3 accidents in my life. Twice when I was a baby. You know what? At least we're going with the flow of traffic. This feels like I'm a rebellious teen who got a motorcycle because I hate my dad. Here, I'll stay on the road. Thankfully, no cars. Oh wait, actually no cars. Ain't no way. Oh, flying is so scary. I don't know how to feel about Toad's Turnpike. I definitely think it sucks, but it's not like absolutely horrible. Like, I'm not gonna throw a fit if somebody picks it. I won't be happy, but I'm not gonna be mad. Not my favorite. The cars are scary. The only thing that's redeemable is like you can go on the side paths just to basically completely avoid the cars. If they didn't have that, then it would be horrible. Dry, dry desert. If it's so dry, why is there water? I think they're doing false advertising. I hate this track with a passion. It's a similar issue to the Bones one where the colors are just too similar. Also, this line is too difficult at the start. Like, you gotta be a pro. Which I guess I am because I nailed it. I usually mess up. It's probably because the sand slows you down a little bit. Does it? This doesn't feel too fast. I do like how the out of bounds sections, there is a lot of terrain. So if you do get like a triple mushroom, you can just zoom through. I kind of want to fall in the middle of this just to see like what happens. Okay, that track was a lot more fun than I remember. Actually, sitting down and playing it was kind of fun. But I'm letting my bias lie. It's one of the worst. It's too yellow. It's ugly. The sand, I think, does make you go slower. Even though I said having more sand in the bone dry dunes would be kind of cool, I actually kind of hate it in reality. Donut Plains 3. I don't get why there's so many colored blocks. It looks like a kid left their toys out in the lawn. Horrible. This section makes no sense. And this line at the end, this really sharp U-shaped turn, it's very difficult. This track seems like it'd be simple, but it's surprisingly really hard. Okay, watch this. Okay, I kinda did it. That's the Clint Stevens skip. Donut Plains 3. I don't like this track still. It's very difficult. And for most of the other tracks that I deemed as difficult, I would practice, but this one is like not fun to practice. The one section where it has the underwater part, and then it's just like a really tight squiggly line. It's very difficult, and I genuinely don't know how people do it good. I'm saying meh. I used to not like this track, because for some reason, time I play online, people would always pick it. And shucks, I don't think I've ever heard her say that. But this first line, I don't get why it's so hard. Otherwise, the rest of this track is like nice. A lot of straight shots. The turns are pretty wide. It's like pretty chill to play. This is one that I can like zone out and just play normally. I don't have to be too dialed in. But that first turn, I think because it's too wide, you have to like hold the drift in a certain way in order to nail the turn. I'm gonna try and hold one drift here. See, it turns purple, and then I... Okay, I made it that time. Visually, I think this track is cute though. Seeing the confetti at the start is a nice touch too. Royal Raceway. I think it's decent. To me, it's kind of forgettable. It is definitely one of the more chill tracks. Like, to me, skill-wise, the majority of it is like a Mario Circuit track, but the first turn, since it's so wide, is insanely difficult for no reason. I love this track so much. Words cannot describe how good this track is. This first line S-shaped turn is so much fun. Okay, the skip right here. It is really funny playing online and seeing everybody go for that skip. Everybody trying to cram onto that little ramp. Wait, there's a ship? I never even saw that ship. I usually stay on the right path, because going for that small left path at the very end is a bit risky in my opinion. If I'm like feeling confident, I'll go for it, but usually I don't. Getting the skip right here is just so satisfying. It makes me feel like I'm good at the game. I'll try and go for it. See, because my playstyle, since I have auto accelerate, I brake. In order to make that turn, I usually brake too much. Something that does help is that I'll tap B instead of holding B, and I have a bit more control. Yo, I mean, DK Jungle is like my top pick for any time I'm at a lobby or doing online. If it pops up, I will automatically pick it. I think the skip in the middle of the track is very fun. I do think the end section of the parachute is very boring. Yeah, nothing else to say. I just really like it. Because I'm really good at it, that's why I like it. I'm biased. Wario Stadium used to be one of my least favorite until I got an inside drift bike. Now it's like really fun to play. This section is kind of BS. Oh, you can maybe hit the fire. This Z-shaped turn was the end of me. I had no clue how to do it, but look, I can nail it every time now. Ew, just like Excitebike L. There's so much change in terrain on this version. There's a lot of places you can trick. There's a good handful of like S-shaped turns. It's a really good mixture of different track styles, I think. I've never had that happen. I didn't even know you could hit that. Bruh. Wario Stadium, very good. I like it a lot now. There's a lot of sections to trick. There's a lot of different like track mechanics throughout. Very good. Why is there a rainbow on the starting line? Pride Month is over. I have no clue how to get on that side path. I legitimately have no clue. It almost feels like the actual track widths on this one are larger, because that section we were just in, the turns are very wide. It's probably better for a kart build. Also, for the longest time, I didn't know there was a double item box on that side. When I used to play, my playstyle was just like get the tightest line, so like looking at the map for items. Sherbet Land? I think it's decent. The only part I don't like is the middle section with like the wider turns when it's just like in the empty snowfield part. It's like kind of boring. Otherwise, the track itself is fine. It's another one that I like forget exists. Music Park. I used to love this track. I think because it visually is very interesting. And seeing the instruments play in the background is so fun. Oh, also this first turn. Oh, the guaranteed purple drift's so fun. Now this turn, similar to the Rainbow Road, if you mess up this turn, it dictates the whole rest of your race. Oh, saved. Until I had an inside drift build, I legitimately could never do that turn. I would always fall off. And then be stun locked the whole lap. I love this part because you can just like fly over everything. I'm gonna go for the skip. I'm gonna do it. I didn't do it good, but I did it. Oh wait, that was a bit better. I basically had to stop all momentum before I went for the skip. Music Park used to be like my favorite of all time, just because I love the mechanic of like the piano sounds playing when you go in certain parts of the track. I used to also hate it because of that one Z-shaped turn in the center, but now that I can do it most every time, I really like this track. I just need to practice the skip more, and then I think I will really like this track. Something that really put me off in this track is like seeing people do the skip at the end and I just never going for it, but I think I just need to practice. So Music Park, I think, is very good. Yoshi's Valley. This is technically a sanctuary, so it's kind of good that we don't see any Yoshis on the road, because I would for sure hit them. Ooh, I actually made it. I think that is the fastest path. Something that I don't really like about this track is that there's so many paths at the beginning. It makes me anxious. You know, I don't leave home without a GPS, so not knowing which specific way to go is annoying. Let's go to the right this time. I forget there's like a cannon here. That took like twice as long, it seems. Really not worth. Let's go left and then right. Oh, okay. I never go this way, I don't know the lines. Oh, that's so confusing. I did not like that path at all. Seems like my momentum is higher though. Oh, probably because like the cannon cooks your momentum. I definitely think Yoshi Valley is one of the more dynamic tracks. You can choose so many different paths to take. It can be overwhelming, but once you find a path that you know, easily memorize it. The egg at the end spinning, I just didn't even mention because I don't care about it anymore. I can dodge it pretty easily. I think there's only one skip, and it's the ramp at the very end. But you need a boost. I don't like the skips that require a boost. I think they're kind of an L. Good track. Not one of my favorites. Objectively, it's still a very good track. Tick-tock on the clock. I don't want to get copywritten. Yo! I never trick off the hand. I can never control where I land. I like how you go like inside and then outside and then back out. Like the lighting change is interesting to me. Okay, I don't know why I never go for the boost pads. Maybe because like I hate going fast. You know, I can't be the backup actor for Sonic, unfortunately, for that reason. I always coast. I never try to land on the gears. because spinning left to right makes me queasy. TikTok clock. It's definitely not amazing, but I don't think it's too memorable. Like, theme-wise, it's very unique. I, like, forget about it, so I'd say it's decent. I hate this one. I have no reason why, I just hate this track. It's so dark, it's gloomy. The only sun you ever see is at the very start. It's like, honey, I'm going to work in the factory. I have a vitamin D deficiency. I think this final line is near impossible at 200cc to do cleanly, because the parachute is very difficult to land. I'm just on this track. Yes, I cursed. That's my first curse of the day. I hate this track. This part is like kind of fun, like staying on the upper platform, but like otherwise, no bueno. See, he's so scary. I don't want to be eaten. Unless it's in Baldur's Gate. Okay, I'll stop. Insufferable. I hate it. Rumble Volcano. One of my favorites on the Wii. But will it be my favorite on the Switch? Watch till the end to find out. Such a dumb bit. I just hope I never have to do like the scripted YouTube prompts. When I start doing that, that's when I'm giving into the corporate overlords, guys. I usually go for the left path, because I just think it's more impressive to be like higher up. Oh, how? Why did the parachute spawn? Weird. I think this final section is the hardest part. Like, landing this has always been difficult for me. I like the mechanic of, like, the level actually falling apart, but it is, like, kind of scary to play. Okay, whenever I say I'm scared, I'm not actually scared. It's more like I'm anxious playing it. Wait, I dodged the lightning skid? Grumble Volcano? Very good track. There's so much different mechanics within it. There's different paths you can take, the little fireballs that jump around, obstacles to dodge, the track literally falling into the lava when it makes sense in the actual environment. Objectively, Grumble Volcano is such a good track. Before I even play it, I'll say it, this is the worst Rainbow Road. Genuinely, this one is so freaking boring. I do appreciate how this is a non-looping track, but it's so boring. The turns are way too wide. It's It's objectively, in my opinion, a very easy track, so it's just like not fun. This one feels like it's for babies. Everyone was complaining Rainbow Road is so difficult, so they made this one so that we can feel like you're good at a Rainbow Road track. If you say this is your favorite Rainbow Road, then I'm sorry, you're a scrub. Also, the chain chomps are like really frustrating to dodge. Why is there railings on only one side of the track? That was on purpose. See, I can follow up at any point. I like playing bowling with gutters on, okay? I don't care if I look like a little baby, just put railings on the track, please. First, easy, because this is the easiest Rainbow Road. It's not impressive. If you got first in this Rainbow Road, it's like getting first in a spelling bee of only 3rd graders. It's not impressive. I wouldn't say that this Rainbow Road is like the worst track of all time. It's meh. I don't like it. For a Rainbow Road, it's very disappointing. Design-wise, this one is so impressive because the track is actually shaped like Yoshi. And I learned that from watching a YouTube short like a few years ago. I just never noticed. I'm not the type of player to like look at the map when I play. I don't like try to snipe people with items. Like, I don't care about that. All I care about is myself and my own lives. I don't understand why this part is so curvy. It like makes no sense. Like, I don't think there's any way you can drift on every single little turn they have there. Yo, watch this. I'm gonna go for the skip. Too small. But that's how you do it. You can do it at 200cc without a mushroom, or if you're at a lower CC, just use a mushroom. Just make sure whenever you turn, you don't go straight in. You have to do it at like a slight diagonal, like left to right. So this is what I usually do. I hop to the right of the piranha plant. Yoshi's Circuit, very good track. It's very fun. The way you do the drifts in this track, I don't think are very straightforward. It's kind of exciting, you know, something new. The music gets me like pumping, ready to go. Real fans know I hate Excite Bike. This is for little babies. Look, I'm just going straight, and then I do little tricks. Wow. Okay, also the mud piles are kind of BS. They ruin my drifts, and it makes me sad. Another big reason why this track isn't for my playstyle is that since the lines are very simple, it's not necessarily too skill focused, it's more about your items and if you get lucky or not. And I usually don't get lucky. Okay, it is kind of nice hearing the crowd cheer whenever I do tricks. I think the music makes me anxious. The normal speed is fast and then the super sped up is too fast. If you're doing like an online match, if you don't get the double item boxes every time, you're cooked. Like nothing can save you. You can't come back from that. The absolute worst. I don't think anything can redeem it. That's all I will say. Dragon Drift Wave. I think this is one of the more forgettable tracks. It's also really difficult. I forgot these first two turns are crazy. Ew, reminds me of Excite Bike. Watch this. My first blue shell annihilation of the day. Another one? What the frick? I almost said the F word. I was so mad. Another one? Dude! 3 blue shells in like 10 seconds? What is going on? Nintendo, fix your game. And I need to fix my gameplay. We both have things to work on. I don't get why there's like a random grass patch. There's no other grass in the entirety of the level. It's so weird. If I played this track more, I would probably rank it higher. But it's a meh for me. It's just not enjoyable. I don't know. It's too difficult at the start. So it's just very off-putting. There's like 2 very difficult lines right away. Like if it were 1 and it kind of eased me down, I'd be fine. But since there's 2, it's too much. It comes out the gate swinging and I don't like that. Even though this track is like fully anti-gravity, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a completely linear track. Okay, watch this. There's a skip. Please don't do this to me. Oh, I'm cooked. Don't worry, I can do it again. For that skip at the very end, you can do it easily at 200cc or if you have a mushroom for a lower cc. I remember the first time I saw this skip, it blew my mind. I was watching a Prezzo stream and he just did it randomly. I was like, oh my god, I never saw that. And it was like so sick. You just have to make sure you build up good momentum here. And then turn early. Dude, you basically fly without the parachute and then you coast. Oh, it's so good. This track is genuinely so much fun. And it's a good balance of cruising and then dialed in. Let's see if I can beat him. Yo! That skip is so much fun in 200cc. You don't need wings to fly. Mute City? Very good. I love it a lot. Ooh, best of all time? I'm moving Mute City up. Objectively, it's really fun. It's really, really fun to play at 200cc. Like, being able to do the skip the end and just, like, fly over everybody. The anti-gravity makes sense. Like, this track was made for it. I love this one! Wario's Gold Mine. I played it so much on the Wii. This definitely has a nostalgia bump for me. But I'll try to set nostalgia aside. My fingers are not crossed. Okay, the camera angle at the very start is a bit wacky. If you focus on like the actual camera POV, it does make me want to yank. Those bats are really freaking annoying. I would get legitimately tilted playing it on the Wii and getting stuck with the bats. I do kind of miss how in the Wii version, whenever you hit the mine carts, you like spin out. But since it has anti-gravity, you just get a boost, and I think that's like so counterintuitive. Make it an obstacle, like don't make it a boost point. That did not happen. Let's go to the left. I very rarely go for this path. I don't think it's faster. It could be, but I don't know. There's no item boxes. This one feels like a roller coaster, and I really like it. Even though, like, I genuinely hate roller coasters, and I'm not medically allowed to go on them anymore. Because it'll break my brain. So you know what? I can live vicariously through this track. Wario's Gold Mine? Oh, I want to make it best of all time. I didn't even do any of the skips, I just realized. Even if Wario's Gold Mine is one of my favorites, objectively, I think it's just very good. It's not best of all time. I'll put it at the top. It is really, really, really good. I used to hate this Rainbow Road with a passion, but now that I actually know how to drift kind of properly and have a different build, it's not that bad. You do have to be dialed in the whole time you're playing this track. Like, you can't look away and reach at. Like, you legitimately you can't do anything else. This is also the worst track to get any speed boost. I lived! Since majority of these are just like U-shaped turns, you can just hold. You don't have to like change direction halfway through the turn for like an S-shaped turn. This map is very scary to play online though, because since there's no guardrails, it's so easy for you to fall off. Rainbow Road, it's decent. It's not as good as the other Rainbow Road. I do really like how you have to be fully engaged the whole time. Like, I can't veg out when I play it. Once you know how to do it, it's no longer challenging in my opinion. This reminds me of Splatoon. Not music, but just like the whole vibe of this track. And I hate Splatoon, I'll say it. You know what, I'm not scared to speak my mind. Okay, watch this. Yo! Dude, I actually did it! I'm like a pro! Okay, I think I'm going too fast, so like I'm not doing the skips properly. Okay, I'm gonna do the buzzer. Oh, dude, it's my second bombshell skip! Or not, it's not a skip, it's a trick. Dude, I'm correct! I think the sped up, like the final lap version of this music, goes crazy. Oh, I forgot, there's a skip at the very end. I literally never go for it. It's too scary. The paths on all the skips in this track are too skinny. If I'm playing by myself, I usually go for it, but if I'm doing online, no way. I used to be an ice post hater. If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said it's the worst. But I think it's decent. I like it now. I'm trying to practice the skips. And it's a lot more fun when you can do the actual skips. I like how there's just like random night characters in the background. Okay, I usually don't go for the ramps at the start. It's too risky at 200cc. Okay, I'm gonna try and hit all the spins. I missed one. Wait! It's not worth it. It's genuinely not worth it. This track is also like so long. It feels like I've been playing it forever already. I hate this track. Screw you. I don't care. The only thing I like about this track is the music. Guys, you have to promise to not cancel me. This track is not good. I had such high hopes because it's Zelda, and I had never played a Zelda game, so like legitimately, this was my first exposure to like anything Zelda game-wise. It reminds me too much of a city track. Baby Park? More like Lady Park. It's just an oval. You don't need like any skill. It's purely like item RNG for this track. If you say Baby Park is your favorite track, you're just like not good at the game. I bet you don't like being challenged or being talked back to. I bet you're a little baby. Whoever made Baby Park, I think should like make other games. The only thing kind of good about this track is that it's very easy to come back if you're in the battle. I used to play it 50 times in a row in customs to farm coins. Why would you like torture yourself like that? Like, genuinely. You know what I'm gonna do? Baby Park? The worst. The worst. It's genuinely the worst. Dude, just L after L, Babyland, Hyrule Circuit, now Cheeseland. Save the worst for last. It's like leaving your veggies on your plate. I'm sorry if I'm going into some of these with so much animosity. It's just like nothing can redeem them. I've played Mario Kart for years and there's like nothing that'll like make it fun. Those holes in the ground used to trip me up so much and I just avoid them now. I don't care if you can trick, I just dodge them entirely. And why is this track anti-gravity? It makes no sense. I don't think we even go upside down. Okay, I'll stop hating. I'll be open-minded. Cheeseland, more like Peacein 2L land. See, you got it. You know what's up. People always pick Cheeseland online and I can't stand it. I think they just hate themselves and they want everybody else to feel their pain. I really wish I could get some mushrooms, that way I could do the skips at the end. But since I'm like so far ahead, I don't think that's gonna happen. Design-wise, I do like how the ramps for the skips at the end are 2 blue shells at once. I do like how the ramps are kind of hidden. Like if you're not looking, you wouldn't really notice it. I think you guys said it best, Cheeseland, more like Peacein 2L land. I don't like it. I don't know anybody who likes Cheeseland. Like genuinely, if you like Cheeseland, type 1. If you're watching this on YouTube, say in the comments you like Cheeseland. Out of 1,000 people, like maybe one person likes Cheeseland. I love Wildwoods. I've had 2 TikTok clips pop off with this track in it. So you know what? It's lucky. But also, I just like it. I like how there's 2 paths right from the start. One to get more coins, one to get a bit more momentum. This part with the water though, dude, I don't know why. It used to trip me up so much, but now that I like properly know how to drift, it's not too bad. The skip at the end, you can do at 200cc. The right path is, if you can land it, it is kind of difficult, especially when you're going fast. Since there's 2 sections to trick off of, you get a bit more momentum. I think the rapids is the best part. And right here, just tricking right after, oh my god. This track is just like so satisfying. Wildwoods, one of the best of all times. It's not that I didn't like it, but I just didn't like enjoy playing it. But once I learned how to do the water rapids part, oh, it's so much more fun. Because it's like a little treat at the end, like I'm looking forward to playing that part of the map. Animal Crossing, okay, a little tip, whenever this track is loading in, if you press L1, ZL, R1, ZR, you can get different versions of this track. Because there's the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And we got autumn, because I didn't press anything. In different seasons spawn different environments, and then also items throughout. Objectively, I think this track is really easy. It being Animal Crossing definitely gives a lot of bonus points. If this was not Animal Crossing themed, I think I would think this track is boring. I think one of the better parts is here, where you can fly through the sky, where you have to actually aim to get the item boxes. And then right here when you go on like the low tide section. In the Animal Crossing point, such a good touch. I love when there's like intentional design changes. Like you can tell some intern cooked up that idea and then they went with it. If this track was not Animal Crossing themed, it would be meh. Because line-wise, it's very simple. I think the best part is the part where you fly to catch the items. I think that part is really creative. But since it has the Animal Crossing boost and you can play different versions based on what button you play when it loads, it's decent. Design-wise, I feel like there's a lot more intent behind the choices they made when building this map. And it has different outro music. It's so good. I used to absolutely despise this track, but now I love it. I always choose it whenever it comes on the line because I know people hate this one. This one takes a lot of skill line-wise, that's why. This first line, I think is also, it's not very difficult, but here, trying to like stop your turn in time after that boost is very difficult in my opinion. Okay, right here, the hardest turn in the whole game in my opinion. No railings on some of the edges. Dude, I'm just holding B. Holding B. Dude, I still got it. You're a hater of this track? Well, I'm a lover. And guys, I'm still single. Oh! I know I wasted the horn, but I did not want to hit the banana. I cannot ruin my momentum right now. I hear blue shell. Why? Stolen glory. Neo Bowser City? Dude, it's very good. I'm gonna put it at the top. Very good. I love it. And I'm gonna say I love it because everybody hates it. I am a hipster. This, I think, is peak Mario Kart. Ribbon Road. The actual map looks like a messed up pretzel. Oh, okay, this is another track you gotta be dialed in the whole time. For the longest time, I never used to trick on the ribbons because it's like too scary. The block skips on the right are like not worth it. I think they're skinnier than the other skip paths, like an Ice Outpost. Overall, I think the like actual lines in this track, it's very twisty and turny like a ribbon. So it's very fun in my opinion. The only thing I don't like is if you're in the like in the middle or the back, like everybody gets a good item at the very end. Oh my god, what was that line? Everybody gets like a mushroom or a star, so like it's kind of pointless to do the skip at the end. Like you're still gonna get the same place, you're not gonna advance just because you got a speed boost item. Okay, I'm gonna try both skips, everybody. Watch. A blue shell in fourth? Ain't no way. Okay, I don't think that skip is worth it. I think this one here is a tad easy. No! Oh, wait! If I hadn't gotten the computer's mushroom, I could have made it. No way, I think that was my first double digits. Stop! Stop! Guys, I fell off. 8th place? Ribbon Road, objectively, a very good track. The skips are like difficult enough to where you can like sort out who's good at the game and then who's crazy good at the game. The actual lines within the track itself are very fun. And I like how you can trick off the actual moving ribbon of the track. It makes sense, objectively, design-wise. I used to hate this map, but it's grown on me? No, I still hate this one. I lived by a train track growing up, and a lot of people would die on the track, so this is, hashtag triggering. I do think it's very funny that you can just, like, straight up drive into the train. You would think Nintendo would be like, maybe we should not do this. Why hasn't the woke mob canceled Nintendo? This final line is so difficult. The roundabouts, they always cook me. I understand, like, why roundabouts are good. Like, they're meant to, like, slow down traffic and not have people speeding through residential areas. I don't think anybody can, like, master a roundabout properly. Like, everybody clips. Oh my god, 2 trains. Like, it's so scary. Wait, maybe this map is propaganda for us to, like, not go on the train tracks. I think Nintendo is paid by Big Train. Okay, I need to stop joking around and actually analyze. I like how you go through the entryway and the bar lifts up. That is very cute. I have been failing at staying on this rails, but I usually stay on the side rail paths. Oh, why'd I go on top of the train? That way I can just avoid the majority of the tracks. Okay, I actually did it. And it's just in general faster to go that way. I usually don't trick on that last ramp, because otherwise I go flying into the wall. Okay, when I stop making jokes, I actually play good. Maybe I should, like, not be a personality streamer anymore. Maybe I should just, like, play the game. I should just dribble. Super Bell Subway. I would say it's the worst, but I already have so many tracks that are in the worst. I said I would put max 3, but, like, these are just bad. It's meh. I don't like it. The trains are scary. It's scarier than, like, the car tracks. I don't like trains. I get hashtag triggered. Guys, get ready for the final track. Track 48 of 48 in the original Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. And it is Big Blue. This track is so fun! It's a non-looping, it's a linear track, so it's not like it loops around each other. And the music, holy moly! I'll go for the coin pass. I want speed. I am speed. Oh! God damn it, why'd I fall off? Okay, this part isn't my favorite with, like, the speed and the negative speed paths. I think this part is, like, too long. I wish there was, like, one less section with the speed paths. I know if you go on the left path, you can, like, drop down and do a skip, but, like, that's too scary. When I play for, like, preserving myself, not to look cool. It looks like we're underwater. Dude, this track is so cool. Going right, because rat is rat. Easy? No, wait, not another one! Dude. Didn't matter, I still won. Big Blue is one of the best tracks. Big Blue? Oh no, I don't know where to put it. I already have so many in S tier. Big Blue, perfectly paced. It is very fun in 200cc. The only thing that could make it better is if there was somehow a way to add skips, but you can't really add skips in like a more linear track. This is my almost final ranking of all 48 tracks of the original Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. Let's see if I can rearrange. Okay, I'll have max 5 in S or D tier. Shy Guy Falls is good, but it's not the best of all time. I jokingly said Cheeseland is the worst, but I still like it better than the other ones in D tier. This is definitively my ranking of every single Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track on the Switch. Not the DLC, only the first 48. I'm gonna do my best and my worst. So S tier, best of all time, Sunshine Airport, DK Jungle, Mute City, Wild Woods, and Big Blue. My worst of all time, Bone Dry Dunes, Dry Desert, Piranha Plant Slide, Excite Bike Arena, and Baby Park. You know what, when you're playing Mario Kart, it's always gonna be a good time. It's always gonna be fun. I haven't had a time where I played Mario Kart and like genuinely got mad. I love it so much. It's my favorite game of all time. I probably will never stop playing it. Mario Kart 9 surely will happen next year, right? Or at least when there's a new console, surely. That is my ranking for all 48 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks. subscribe. Thank you for watching. Don't worry, I will do the DLC next time. And by next time, I mean tomorrow. But if you're watching this on YouTube, wait a few weeks. This is a long VOD to edit. So, yeah.